So, boulder number three. If you are a person who either is chronically the center of attention or has found yourself in a moment as the center of attention, um, I want to tell you that in 2025, you have no haters, you have no ops, you have loved ones who have decided to feed you free energy, and much like the trolls, free labor. We're going to try to be grateful, right, in this video. I'm trying to be grateful. For me, it's for many reasons. Um, Being new in spaces multiple times throughout my life and kind of set spaces like people who knew each other coming in as someone new, being attractive, being weird, being nerdy as hell, being talented. And then also like not talking to people because you feel all that without me talking much. Like, learned that by middle school, right? So, getting hated on, having people jealous, especially, setting this aside, we're separating this from the copycat competitors because that's a whole different pathology, right? But the jealousy and envy, like, I I eat that shit. I get prettier. I get finer. Because if I don't know you, or I did know you, but I'm not thinking about you, whether anything negative between us has happened or not, I don't know if it's like the ADHD part of my neurodivergence that and like object permanence, but like I don't have a reason to ever think about you again unless you bring yourself into my energy. And so reverse engineering that, it's, oh, you think about me still and you wish I felt the same, right? And I know that especially if you're, much younger than me or like not as used to being the center of unwanted attention from people that you never think about, right? Then it might be overwhelming. Like, I'm not trying to dismiss how overwhelming, how scary, how painful it can be, especially when like, people are like doing fucking most like a hate campaign, a smear campaign, right? It's it's awful, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you don't know how to deal with such a thing. But even if you can't, like, changing your mindset won't necessarily change the circumstances, but it will change the damage that you feel, right? So people spreading rumors about you is one of those weird social phenomena that happen. Like, it just happens. Like, people be bored and just make up shit. And for me personally, like, again, I had to learn, like, by middle school, like, oh, that's a really good way of figuring out, like, who I don't need to be, like, any more polite to than is just my, like, bare minimum, right? Because for me, what I've experienced over and over and over again is like, if you are the kind of person, place, thing, right, that believes the person that is lying about me, you are too stupid. You are too unwise. You're too dumb for you to be a part of the path that God has me on. We're not in alignment, right? Now, I'm 39. So if you are anywhere younger than that, especially if you hadn't been through similar things as many times as I have, then it's hard to wrap your mind around that, right? Like, reputational damage will cost you jobs, cost you, opportunities, all of that. I get that. But the sooner you learn that people are both stupid and lazy when it comes to negative information, right? They do not have to, like, there's multiple cliches about it. The lie will have his shoes on and be halfway around the world before, the lie will be like around the world before the truth has a chance to put his shoes on. Stuff like that. Like you hear those kinds of things all the time. It is true. Lies are fun. Lies are juicy. It's it's fun. Like people enjoy it, no matter what the damage is, right? And I guess for me, and like in the final video of the series is me talking about like how I got to this point. So don't think that like I came out of middle school like, ah, fuck this shit. Like, no, I did not. I did not. I did not. But hating on someone, even if if it's a situation where like y'all actually do the same thing, right? So they're not like copying you and making being a competitor as your student, right? Like y'all both sing, y'all both rap, y'all both design clothes, whatever it is, right? Like y'all, even if it's like you all both do something that is semi comparable, the idea of you accepting a person as your competition, as your op, if there has not been any prior violence, and the reason why I say that is because we use op, but op was if I recall correctly, drill rap term. We weren't saying, we weren't even saying op. You know what I'm saying? Like until the past like decade or so, and it spread so quickly past like it's like it used to be the person that our crews are beefing, right? Like I swear it's a Chicago drill term. You know what I'm saying? Like it used to be like no, like we have generational inter group beef, right? And that's very dangerous. That's very scary, right? But then it spilled out, and someone should make a video about that movement from that container out into the wider culture. It became like I don't like her because she talked to my ex. That's my op. Or, and these are the worst scenarios, right? Especially like in our communities, the worst scenarios are, oh, homie blew up or is starting to blow up, and he know me from around the way. He ain't put me on. He wouldn't let me be part of his crew. Or I don't really know him like that, but when I seen that nigga, he ain't doubt me, dude. High as hell, wearing sunglasses, and so now he has to die. Now his life is now forfeited because he's leaving and I'm not. That's really what those situations boil down to. Or for far too many young women, like, oh my God, y'all are raising mentally ill bitches. Holy shit. It's that's my friend, but she gets talked to more when we go out. Dudes like her pictures more on social media. So we're going to go on vacation and she's not going to make it back home. Stop being, we have violence on both sides and just became my life would be better if she just didn't exist. Like everything that she has, everything that she has, everything that he has would come to me as the natural second best, because that's what that would have to mean. If it were for you, it would come to you, right? So the natural second, if they were just not here, I would get all those things. It I deserve it. It could also be, and this is the kind of shit you gotta really watch for. It could also be shit like that's my homie, but he always little broing me and like shrinking my dreams. But the nigga got the same tattoo as me. Do I need to watch him? Yes. 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 Listen, people are nuts these days. People are whole crazy these days, right? And so recognizing that people are psychotic, right? Like the previous video, I had to try to reverse engineer it. Um, but we're not gonna do that yet. No, I don't want to do that yet. What I want to do, because we're gonna set them to the side for a second. What I want to do first is if you are in a situation where someone has an intense dislike for you, even if it's family, right? Like, ooh, being raised by a jealous person is intense, right? Please don't feel like you're being arrogant or like you need to humble yourself or like you're being corny if you start praying protection over your life. I'm not a Bible girly, so I'm not going to be able to quote this scripture for you, but I made note to say in this video that Psalms 91 is supposed to be like the only one I knew was like, the 23rd Psalm, right? Lord is my shepherd, right? And that one's fine. That's good too. But like, please don't feel corny. Even if, let me be clear, even if you are not a Christian, use the spell book. Use the book of words that gives energy, motion. Like, please, like it, like honestly, like it's not even gonna belong to them for much longer. But use that. Use whatever you have to use. But if you like me will never remember a protection uh, a protection prayer. I don't say spell. If you like me will never remember protection spell, see, because it's a book of spells. If you would never remember the protection prayer, the protection scripture, verse, whatever, right? Um, make your own spell that you can remember. I can get it out. Or I have for you today an excellent song choice because we, the besieged, we, the bothered by, and not bothered like we in our feelings, but like, why is you niggas thinking about me and you don't exist for real? Like, we the bothered, right? We the harassed. Got the perfect secular, but that's God. We got the perfect secular protection prayer, right? Um, on 9/11 last year, Kendrick Lamar dropped "Watch the Party Die," and of course, God give me life. Dear God, please give me peace. Dear God, please keep these lame haters away from me. Dear God, keep me shining. What do they really think? Pocket watching. You must be the police or the people that I need to call the police on. Right. God bless these words. Dear God, bless how I think. Dear God, draw the line. They trying to confuse them with me. This is so part of last video. Dear God, please forgive me. You knowing how hard I try. I think it's time for me to watch the party die. The reason why the forgive me part is important, the whole thing is good, just have it on you. Like you can say it when you get a listen to the song. Just listen to the song. It's not on streaming, damn it. But you can find it. Listen to the song until you can, just say it without reading it off like a middle school teacher trying to like connect with the kids. And the reason why the forgive part is important is not in the context that he was using it, right? But when you're in a situation like this, you have you you have a lot to balance. Look, I'm about to make this so much harder for y'all because I'm so much further along. Okay. You need to balance your real, honest emotions around fear, anger, all of those things are real and true. I am not about to tell you to bypass those. I'm not about to tell you to suppress those. I am only trying to help you manage them so that they don't change who you are as a person. Because I don't believe in giving shitty, worthless people the ability to change me. Not me. I'm way too important. I'm way too important. I matter too much to my God for me to let fucked up people, for all the reasons that they are fucked up people, change me. But it's hard in each moment. And so I have to balance this is pissing me off, blah, 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 with, but also, of course you're thinking about me. Of course you're thinking about me. I don't even know who you are. I don't even know who you are. I don't even know. I don't even know. But why wouldn't you be thinking of me? With, right? Then God forgive me. Like, God, keep me humble to you, right? Never them. Never them. For what? God, keep me humble to you. Like, please, like, let me handle this. Whatever the situation is, right? Like, one rumor, bitch want to fight you, whatever it is, right? Whatever situation you find yourself in, no matter the scale. God, help me handle this in such a way that it reflects that you are real, right? So I'm gonna do that my way, right? I'm doing it my way. Let's cast a spell on haters. Okay? Spell for haters. May the space I take up in your mind help you to imagine possibilities far beyond your current situation. May the eyes you roll in my direction be filled with the beauty of creation. Let my name stay on your lips like a lover's kiss, like a fervent prayer. Carry me in your heart. Let me be an example in any small way of what it looks like to love being alive. Because I deserve that. I deserve that bring me into your bedroom. Tell your man all the things you don't like about me and how you better. Tell your girl all the ways she better and I'm nothing. And have the best night of your lives. Make sure it's not the only way. Because I deserve that. I do. Think of me. Speak of me. Love me. Because I deserve it. And I could never give you, like, I could never give you in return all that you give me. I can only be grateful. Thank you. Truly. For replace me with you. And given that we both know that's not enough, you are not enough to replace me in your own eyes, mind, lips, heart. Try God. Like every time you think of me, try God instead. Like, I promise it'll change your life. I promise it will change your life. Asha. So let's do some empathy for people who find themselves in this point in their life, right? Because we do deserve to be obsessed over, right? But given how long social media has been around, and given how like little people seem to care about their souls if like any harm comes to a person, right? Because right, don't have them, they don't have them. I want to try to think of ways that you could become that sort of person, right? What kind of violence were you subjected to growing up? Like, were you and your sisters always in competition to see who could sit in the man's lap that your mama would call your uncles, right? Like, did your grandparents always go to your cousin's football game, but they thought track was boring? You know what I'm saying? Like, given the sheer volume of shitty people in the world, the only thing, not the only thing, God is the primary thing, but the aspect of God that I have to like hold tight to, especially knowing how many, because I'm a woman, right? Knowing how many jealous mothers had daughters that were more than them in whatever way, right? Prettier, more intelligent, more confident, like whatever, right? Whatever, like there are so many. Every jealous woman I have ever encountered had a daughter that was more than her in the way that she coveted. And of the weird hater ass dudes I know, because I don't know like many of those, like, I don't be in men's business like that. be in their business. Not like that. What I saw with most of them was, and with women too, but like you got like a narrow window, right? Like both sets of hating ass, weird ass parents, they pass that energy down, right? You constantly hear your daddy talking about some nigga he don't like. You constantly hear your mama, like when she could be reading to you, she on the phone talking about some bitch she don't like. You know what I'm saying? Like this has been a thing. This has been a thing where grown adults spend time in front of their children constantly talking about what they don't like about another adult, right? And constantly, like, in a completely non-constructive way, not like we hate the guy who is ruining the country, you know what I'm saying? Like, just, you know hating, not critiquing. And so, like, they are trying to groom their children to having their energy. And it is successful a lot of the times. But a lot of times it's not. And that ends up being some of the most lasting damage for people, right? And so, like, whenever I encounter an energy like this, I'm just always like, were you raised by the person who was shitty in this specific kind of way? Like, was that your dumpster that you were born into? Or were they shitty in that they overdid it with someone else in your life and it created this, like, overdid like support, right? They overdid support and it created this portal for a jealous demon to get in, honestly, in you. Because this shit is dangerous. Like, I need y'all, please, y'all, for as much as I want you to mentally be in the space of, I'm not afraid and I deserve this attention. This is an energy source for me. As much as I like want you to keep that in your mind to keep you safe, I need you to not test it trying to be in people's face. Like, honestly, babe, unless whatever it is you're doing requires, not is an option, little teenage rap children, requires you, does not require you. Unless it requires you to actually be able to meet people back with violence, please don't be scared to be called. Don't be scared to be called scared. Don't be scared to be called pussy in situations like that. Because if you don't have any malice, they will do anything. Why are bitches throwing acid on other bitches just for being cuter? Why are men, why are entire human beings dying? And let's be clear, this is not no new shit. Like, we used to have the like dying over tennis shoes, like in the 90s. Like, but it's just it's spreading, and it's also, like, we can see it now more with the proliferation of social media. But like, this is a multi-generational curse. Now again, if you've seen any of my previous videos, I know the systemic racism reasons. I get that. That don't change the fact that I don't want you to die. And you should not want to either. So please, like, it's time for me to drink some water. I'm gonna wrap up. Please do whatever it takes to protect yourself. And don't be afraid to not be antagonistic directly to this energy, because, like, there's a damaged and potentially murderous child in there. Oh my God. You don't want a child with a gun. Anything could go wrong. That's these people. Um, but if you want to rewind and do spell I cast again, you want that too then. But just, just keep it to yourself. I'm giving it to you because, that's my job. That's what God told me to do. But like, keep it to yourself. Um, all right. That's the end of the first three. Next three up next. Thanks.